Good morning. Welcome back. It's another episode of Sober Sunrise. It's video number 3. Today is June 16th. It is 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time. I forgot to say yesterday on the video, Happy Father's Day. My third Father's Day sober, and it was the best one yet. I'm not just saying that. It was an amazing day. It was beautiful. It was just me and my son. And although this was his weekend with his mom, I picked him up and we got to spend the whole day together. We played mini golf. We had lunch. We went up to an event in a nearby one of those little one stoplight mountain towns and hung out there, and it was just a great day. So happy Father's Day, belated. This is day 1181 of sobriety for me, so I have completed 1180 days. That's 3 years, 2 months, and 23 days. Lots of 3s and 2s in there. 3 years, 2 months, 23 days. So yeah, welcome back to another video. Let's get to the reading. Open-mindedness. That's one of my favorite topics in the world. Okay, June 16th. We found that God does not make too hard terms with those who seek Him. To us, the realm of spirit is broad, roomy, and all-inclusive. Never exclusive or forbidding to those who earnestly seek. It is open, we believe, to all men. That's from the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, page 46. Open-mindedness to concepts of a higher power can open doors to the spirit. Heck yeah. Often I find the human spirit in various dogmas and faiths. I can be spiritual in the sharing of myself. The sharing of self joins me to the human race and brings me closer to God as I understand Him. From the Book of Daily Reflections. This is a good one because very clearly shows that when this Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous was written, it was largely a faith-based organization, but they also did understand that not everyone prays to the same God, believes in the same God, worships the same God. So while that group was religiously based, that does not mean that AA is. The concept of the higher power is what is critical. So there is a lot of talk in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous about God. And continuing with the theme we've been seeing lately and that I've been discussing, I don't want that to I don't want that to be a deterrent for anyone who is seeking a better way of life. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. I don't either. I am not a Christian. I am not anything. I am not a religious person. I never have been. And AA still works for me. If you want it badly enough, it'll work for you, and you can look past the word God to find what it is that you need. So please, don't be afraid of reading things that say God and having conversations with people about God and higher power and stuff like that. Figure it out, what it means to you. Somewhere, I believe, somewhere deep down inside of all of us, or maybe it's not that deep down, somewhere inside all of us, there is a spiritual being. I think that we're all spiritual beings having human experiences. There's the saying that I had a spiritual experience and then everything changed for me. I believe that we all are spiritual in our nature, at our core. We're spiritual beings having human experiences. And the human experiences are really the ones that challenge us. That's my belief. Yesterday, the beautiful day that I had was a spiritual day for me. And it doesn't mean that I was praying. Um, it means that my spirit, my soul, my whatever you want to call it, was in its happy place. Um, I wasn't having human experiences. I wasn't being challenged by uh, things that would take me down a path that I don't want to go down. I was having a spiritually beautiful day with my son. He was happy, I was happy. We were enjoying each other's company. We were enjoying being outside, on a beautiful day, in a beautiful place. And that's very spiritual for me. It has nothing to do with religion. So anyway, let's go to the reading. We found that God does not make too hard terms with those who seek him. Take out the word God. We found that the universe does not make too hard terms with those who seek it. If you seek your spirituality, if you seek to find your comfort zone in terms of your spirit, the universe will not make it that hard for you if you have an open mind and an open heart and you're really seeking enlightenment or whatever it is that you're seeking. Peace, joy, serenity. If you seek it enough, the universe will give it to you. It will provide for you. To us, the realm of spirit is broad, roomy, and all-inclusive. Yeah. The realm of spirit is broad, roomy, and all-inclusive. I totally agree with that. It's not a one-size-fits-all. There's room for everyone. No one's excluded. Find what works for you. Don't be afraid of a few words that might trigger you. Maybe you have a traumatic experience with God and being raised in a certain way. I totally get that, and I'm not discounting that. So when I say don't be scared, I understand that for some people it can be really, really hard. But the realm of spirit, the universe, the whatever you want to say, the realm of dimensions, the amount of love and peace and joy that's out there waiting for you to grab it is broad. If you know where to look, if you know who to look to, if you know where to avoid, there's a lot of room for love. And especially right now, we need a lot of room for love. We need as much as we can get right now. It's never exclusive or forbidding to those who earnestly seek. 100% right. Earnestly, yeah. Yeah. Read that whole thing again. To us, the realm of spirit is broad, roomy, all-inclusive, never exclusive or forbidding to those who earnestly seek. It is open, we believe, to all men and women and etc., etc., however you identify. It's open. You just have to seek it and know where to look and maybe get some help along the way from someone who's found what it is you're looking for. Open-mindedness to concepts of a higher power can open doors to the spirit. Yeah. I promised yesterday I did not read ahead to today because this, I feel like, is exactly what yesterday's video was all about. Open-mindedness to concepts of a higher power can open doors to the spirit. Often I find the human spirit in various dogmas and faiths. Yeah. It's not all no one religion owns the exclusive rights to the human spirit. I can be spiritual in the sharing of myself. Heck yeah. Sharing your experience, strength, and hope is what is said a lot in AA. Your experience, what happened, how you got to where you are, you know, what you're doing to fix it, your strength. Where do you find your strength? Your hope. Where do you have? What are you hopeful for? That's the sharing of self. It's most authentic after this is, I believe, it's the most authentic sharing of self is done after you've done a lot of hard work. It can be step work, it can be therapy, it can be a number of different things. But when you really break yourself down and understand why you are acting the way you act, what traumas you had that are wiring your brain to respond to stimulus in certain ways, and acknowledge those and stop trying to forget those traumas, but actually acknowledging them, and then working on understanding them and not repeating them. When all that stuff is taking place, and when you've got a better handle on your authentic self, then when you share that self with the human race, it feels amazing. I've mentioned I didn't have a very high self-esteem. I didn't have the type of childhood with like obvious trauma. I had a caring parent. It was a one-parent house. She did her best. She wasn't maybe equipped to be a parent because she was still dealing with traumas from her past. So it wasn't like abusive blatantly. It was different. It was a different type of trauma that I came from. And once I took the time to understand and say, okay, that was traumatic, right? I didn't get beaten or neglected. Well, I didn't get beaten or anything horrible. But it still was traumatic. And I allowed myself to accept that and to own that and to wear that badge of having childhood trauma. Once I allowed myself to do that, that honestly opened up so many more doors to me being able to admit to a lot more. The reasons why I make the mistakes that I make, and then understanding my character flaws and working on them. And that work feels really good. It's never finished, but that's okay. Like, the journey is amazing, and being on the journey is so worth it. I'll never not be a childhood trauma victim. I'll never not be an alcoholic in recovery. And that's okay. Understanding that allows me to reach out to other folks who might be at the beginning of their journey and just be something for them. Open-mindedness to concepts of a higher power can open doors to the spirit. That is a great takeaway. I mean, that is an amazing thought. I find the human spirit in various dogmas and faiths. I can be spiritual in the sharing of myself. The sharing of self joins me to the human race and brings me closer to God as I understand Him. As I understand Him. So going back to the text of the big books, the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and other, early texts of AA. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of religious content, a lot of God. God is present in a lot of the text, but it's God as I understand Him, as you understand Him, as we understand Him. One God does not fit all. As I understand Him. Or her, or it, or they, them. And you can even replace the word God if you want to read it to yourself and say, the sharing of self joins me to the human race and brings me closer to the spirit of the universe as I understand it. Then do that for yourself. I mean, the words you say make a huge difference. The words you say out loud, the words you write, the words that it all makes a difference. The sharing of self joins me to the human race and brings me closer to understanding the spirit of the universe. However you want to put it. If God is not your jam, that's okay. This program still works as long as you understand the concept of a higher power. Open-mindedness to the concept of a higher power can open doors to the spirit. I love this one. This is a great one. June 16th. This is a really, really good one. I want people to, when you hear this video, if you have thoughts, leave comments below. Please be inclusive. Please, keep the comments positive. This is not a platform for me to say my way or the highway, and I hope the comments don't go that direction either. If Jesus works for you, great. But please try to refrain from putting there is only one true God and those kind of things in the comments. That works for you. That doesn't work for everyone. Please be inclusive. And if you're not, I'll just delete the comments. It's my channel, and if I don't think that the comments are going to be helpful to someone, then I will delete them. What else? So this is Monday today. This Friday coming up, I should have my first guest on an episode. I think it's going to be my good friend Chris. But we'll see. He has said he can make it on Friday morning. He's in the West Coast, so it's an hour earlier for him. So probably will be 7:15ish rather than 6:15ish, and then because that's going to be early for him. So please leave comments on what you think of the first 3 videos. If you have any ideas for future videos, I mean the theme of the channel is going to stay basically what it is: reading the daily reflection and sharing thoughts, reflecting on the reflection. But I have different ideas of ways I might also take the videos in future episodes. So if you have thoughts as well, please share them in the comments. The realm of spirit is broad, roomy, and all-inclusive, never exclusive or forbidding to those who earnestly seek. It is open, we believe, to all men, women, children, all human life. Open-mindedness to concepts of a higher power can open doors to the spirit. Boom, I love that. All right, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video with someone who needs to hear it. And come back tomorrow for another video. So this is number 3. I'm going to hopefully keep doing this every single day. That's the goal. And we'll see how it goes. All right, thank you for coming. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this, you're doing amazing. Just getting through this whole video, let that be today's win for the day. If you haven't had a win yet, let this be your win. Build some momentum towards tomorrow, because the more momentum you build up with little wins, they start turning into big wins. I promise. I never thought I'd have 1,180 days and counting. That's 1,180 sober sunrises in a row. It's pretty incredible. They never get old. It never gets old waking up without a hangover. All right, thank you again for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video, please. And you're amazing. You're worth this. You have to do the work for yourself. You can't do it for anyone else. Um, and there's a lot of people out there who are willing to help. So if you can't love yourself, find someone who can help love you until you do love yourself. Give AA another shot. Give whatever works for you. Just dive in. Sit all the way down. Be open-minded. Reach out to someone who needs help. And everything's going to be okay. Love you. Have a good day. Bye.